In my last video, I talked about the fair and impartial investigations in workplaces. And in particular, I gave some examples of what are not fair and impartial investigations. I'll put a link in the notes so you can go back and see that one. I'm going to cover a few different angles on the same topic today. I'm Nancy Schick of Third Ear Conflict Resolution. I'm an employment attorney in New York City. And I'm also a mediator and investigator. That's basically what happens when you work in workplaces and you're trying to keep people out of court. You end up wearing a lot of hats. Not at all surprising is that your investigator is often somebody who might be in human resources, they might be in another department, and they have a lot of other responsibilities. So it's very easy for them to make some mistakes in their investigation. If you are an investigator, I'm talking to you in this video particularly. There are three things that I'd like you to consider before you start an investigation. This was what I call kind of a self-check to make sure that you're ready to conduct a fair and impartial investigation. First, if you have an opinion about a party in the course of this particular investigation at the beginning, you're already heading down the wrong road for the investigation. What I'm talking about is not that you necessarily have an opinion about whether or not they did or did not do what was alleged. It's the moment that you're looking at the names of the people involved and you're thinking, oh, I know that one. That's a PETA. You know what a PETA is. It's a pain in the you can fill in the blank. It's somebody that's always complaining or they're not that good at their job, etc. If you are going into the investigation with that mindset, you're not going to be fair and impartial. So you may want to ask someone else to do that investigation. The second thing I see is that an investigator may have a theory of the case at the outset. They read the complaint and they immediately think, oh, yeah, this is going to be one of those cases where they dated or the employee is mad because they're being disciplined. If you're going in already having a theory of the case, you are not objective, and therefore your investigation will not be fair and impartial. It can be very damaging to your employer. Third, the other issue that I see is that people have ideas about the evidence that is needed to convince them one way or the other. They want to see the smoking gun evidence, and without that smoking gun evidence, it must not have happened. That's not the way we do fair and impartial investigations. You have to work with what's there and make the determination after you've gathered all the evidence that's available. If you're having trouble with this, I recommend that you consider an outside investigator. This will protect you as the employer from a lawsuit for not delivering a fair and impartial investigation. If you need help, schedule a consultation using the link below. In the meantime, of course, keep listening with your third ear for those hurts you can heal.